Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Glen,
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Darrell.
and we are the Channel Surfers, baby. Let's go! Welcome to the channel. This is episode 24. This episode right here is the Christopher Nolan podcast. If you are living under a rock, or you might be blind, deaf, dumb, or whatever, Odyssey is out. The Odyssey is out. The epic Homer book. Y'all know about it. Everybody knows about it. The cast is 17,000 A-list actors. And before we even talk about that, we're not talking about that movie because obviously it just came out, but we want to give a moment to Christopher Nolan, who is probably this generation's greatest filmmaker, especially probably the last of the 21st century. I don't think it's even debatable at this point. But what we're going to do today is we are ranking all of his movies. And we're going to talk about them. Some of y'all have seen them, some of y'all have not. And we're going to tell y'all if we think they should be watched or not. Everybody, like I say, all three of us absolutely love Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan gave us the greatest comic book trilogy of all time. He's given us the greatest biopic of all time. He's given us the greatest space movie of all time, the greatest heist movie of all time. Like, what can't Christopher Nolan do? So, but before we get into that, as always, first things first, Tyler, what is the best thing you watched this week?
So we've talked about this before. Glenn watched it an episode or two ago. So this is the Netflix I Will Find You, which, briefly follows David Burrows, which is the father basically who's serving time for murdering his son, but then he gets shown a picture and then he thinks his son's still alive. So he breaks out of prison and, a whole bunch of shit goes down. It's basically a big whodunit. And I thought it's very fast paced, and like at the end of every episode, it's just a cliffhanger after cliffhanger of like, oh, okay, well, maybe this person didn't do it, maybe this person did it, and then it just goes on and on. But some of it's a little far fetched,
For sure.
but it's still pretty entertaining. It kind of keeps you being like, oh, you think you're gonna guess who it is, but I mean, maybe somebody did. I didn't fucking guess. I tried, but it was pretty dope. I enjoyed it.
It's funny because at when I watched it originally, I was like the person who ends up being in everything like that. I was on their scent at the beginning, and then I got thrown off. And
Same.
I knew I should have stuck with it.
Yeah,
I hate when they throw you off of it. And
Yeah,
it's like,
there was one time where I was
would be
like,
a good ass detective. Like,
I was telling Cheyenne, I was like, I don't know. I told her, I was like, whenever they revealed it, I was like, I had a feeling. I was like,
Yeah,
but there was like something.
nobody ever believes you.
Weird.
Sure, you had a feeling, nigga.
Yeah.
I did. Or my bad, but yeah. So yes, I will.
Already.
Yeah, I will find you on Netflix. Darrell, what is the best thing you watched this week?
So we haven't talked about House of Dragons since episode 1. By the time that this podcast comes out, I'm assuming episode 5 will already be out. But House of Dragons been on 1. So we talked about episode 1, and I thought it was good. But I would say, for me, episodes 1 through 3, for me personally, they got progressively better. So I liked episode 2 more than 1, and then I thought episode 3 was fucking fantastic. Like, I thought it was great. And it wasn't a lot of action, but it was just, it put you in a place of Rhaenyra on her first day, basically. And you're just like, what the fuck what else can fucking go wrong? I thought it was amazing. A lot of great scenes in it. I won't get into it too deep. I feel like we should, we'll probably have a House of Dragon part at some point. But, yeah, if you haven't started watching House of Dragon yet, get on it. I was kind of weary, kind of shaky about it, because season 2 wasn't really it. But I feel like they've found their footing so far.
For me, the Battle of the Gullet was a good first episode. Like I said, I think it was a great season opener. Episode 2, like you said, Rhaenyra's acting in the second episode, it was like watching it, I was like, give her an Emmy. Like, the way she was so dejected and everything, it was so good.
Bring Aegon, the usurper, to me.
And then, like, when she had to, in the throne room, when she had to assert herself, and like that's in Damon is just like I said, I picked Damon in the fantasy draft, and I just be laughing watching the show now. I'd be like, bro, look at him. Like,
Damon was
everything would be okay if y'all just listen to Damon Targaryen. But then I was gonna say the third episode, it made me laugh so much because her first day on the job, somebody put the GIF on Twitter of Ben Affleck smoking the cigarette, and then they put the Popeyes one where the lady sings.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's how it be, man.
that was her first day. Like,
niggas be so excited to get a promotion, and they show up, and they're like, oh, what's going on?
like,
you ain't tell me it was like this.
I always say it, like I said it to y'all the other day, but I was like, Rhaenyra, while she became the queen, is like, oh my God, the worst thing has happened. I've become mission critical at my job. Like, I've become extremely important at my job. And it's like, this whole time I was a princess, nobody cared about me. I was on Dragonstone minding my business. And now y'all, we ain't got no money. It's rats everywhere.
Oh, by the way, we ain't got no money.
Yeah, oh, by the way.
What?
You the queen. We broke, though. Like, okay, thanks. But yeah, no, like I said, House of the Dragon, we're definitely going to talk about it at length, but it's been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I made like random notes about episodes 2 and 3 because I was like, Damon got that dog in him.
Bro.
And I said, sword fights be so funny because why are you just running full speed and not defending yourself? I was like, what are y'all doing, bro? And then I said Kowalski because they got my boy from
Bags. Yeah, Jacob Kowalski. Listen, what's funny is when I saw him in there, I said I had just watched Good Luck Chuck. So I was like, oh, look, it's the doctor that was doing the boobs.
I was like, my guy Damon said we need to take over the world. Fuck King's Landing.
Bro.
Lord Corliss telling the queen she's a hoe ass.
Bro, he told her, you said, you ain't got...
I said, honestly, a valid crash out.
No,
he said, your dead son is a bastard. I said, oh, she gonna kill me.
I was like, if Damon would have saw you.
For real, Damon was there. It would have been crazy.
But also when Oath said, she said, how will you style yourself? Oath said, Targaryen. She said,
no.
Not my name. No, you won't. No. How about no?
He was white.
Yeah. Okay. So that's House of the Dragon. That's HBO. Again, very big show. Unless y'all living under a rock, this is a HBO podcast. And then for me, the best thing I watched this week was The Bear. It was the final season of The Bear. We talked about it very briefly on here. The last season of The Bear,
about that too.
The last season of The Bear, it is shot in a similar style of The Pit, where it's one day over the course of the whole season. I think it's 8 episodes. It moves very, very fast. But basically, it's one shift for them. They're trying to prep, and it's a shift from hell, by the way. Very good episodes. But we have to talk about episode 7 of the final season. Is some of the best television. Like The Bear's highs are higher than a lot of shows. That they struggled to keep that high, which is impossible to do. But their high episodes, you can put them against any other show's high episodes. The episode 7 where Carmi gets to see, I can trust all of y'all. Everything I've taught y'all, I can give it to y'all. And I think it is so good. Maybe we'll have to do a pod where we really do talk about it, but I just wanted to touch, like, y'all have to watch The Bear. And it's like, season 1 and season 2 were so amazing. Season 3 and 4, they kind of struggled to get back to that feeling, and they lost a lot of people. You get rewarded for sticking with the show in season 5. Like 100% you get rewarded. I know we all watched The Bear. What did y'all think about it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so I think 2 episodes ago, I watched episodes 1 through 3. And
1
I
through 4,
came on
you
here.
said. Yeah, 1 through 4.
Yeah, so I said 1 through 4, and I said it was okay, but I wasn't really feeling it.
And Tyler was at the end.
So I think after that, I came home and I realized, so I started episode 4, but I fell asleep.
Okay.
And here's the thing. Episode 4 for me is when it switched.
Yeah.
So episode 4, by the time you get to the end of episode 4, it's starting to kind of find its footing. And then every episode after that, fucking fantastic. Episode 7, like you said, that's when I texted y'all.
Yeah.
After episode 7, I was like, hey, man, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was wrong. And this season of television is amazing.
Yeah.
Episode 7 is definitely one of the best episodes of television I've seen. I would say it's probably top 2 Bear episodes for me, I think. I've only ever cried watching TV or movies, like, in my entire life, like 4 or 5 times. Like, I can count on one hand. And when I tell you I was in this whole ball.
What part were you crying at?
I was crying.
I was like, I wonder where Darrell was crying at.
I think the first time, cause I felt it in my eyes for a while, but it wasn't coming out. But,
yeah.
But the spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, fast forward like 2 minutes. scene when Marcus goes out and sees his dad, and
My God.
and then he cuts the candle. I don't know why. I don't know why.
It's Black Trump.
That part got me. I started balling, and then like multiple times. I think after that, I think like whenever Sid is walking through, seeing everything, bro. I was
real quick. It's funny that you cried at that part because I always laugh. Black trauma is a real thing. Me and Darrell both have our fathers in our lives. We have great relationships with our fathers. I don't know what it is about seeing a black man in an estranged father relationship where you just be like, "This is beautiful."
Like, that's why I love Fences so much.
Yeah, Fences, and it's like, but no, that Sid, when she made her mom's recipe, and Carmi was like, "It's the best thing I've ever eaten."
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was like, dog. Even when he tasted it and he walked out of the camera and they kept the camera right there. And then he went back to get some more. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, wait, never. Even, and then him having his moment he was like, I've always wanted to do a dish at the buzzer and make it work. And his last send off is he gets I was like, oh, y'all cooking, man. And you know what made me, the happiest thing about that show was for me, I thought after all of it, after he had his interview, he was going to be like, you know what? Actually, I want to go back to the Bear. And they didn't do that. Because you don't need to be there.
Yeah, they
gave you are chaotic.
They gave you a Sopranos type ending where they just kind of wait.
And it's like, what do y'all think he's okay? You went off to be? Are you artistic? Go be artistic over there. And I was like, yeah, man. Like her telling that nigga or that guy that's her favorite dish that she's ever had. Her first bite ever was his, and he like, yeah, bro. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I looked up lamb tonado. I was like, I'm gonna make this. that shit is tuna fish and mayo over some meat. I was like,
I'm gonna have to pass on that one.
Yeah, I was like, okay. But yeah, no, like I said, watch The Bear. That's The Bear on Hulu and Disney, House of the Dragon, HBO, and I Will Find You on Netflix. We giving Netflix love. Netflix been doing okay.
Yeah, they do all right.
Yeah, they kind of getting with the times. They realizing COVID is over. Get outside. Get back in that field. All right, let's get into it. We're going to be ranking all of Christopher Nolan's movies. If you are unfamiliar with his movies, I'm gonna just run through them real quick. You got The Following, that was his first movie. Insomnia. Then we have, after that, you have The Prestige.
Wait.
I'm sorry. Should I run
what do you want?
I was just listening to the movie. Should I listen or no?
No, we can do, we're gonna hit every fucking movie.
That's fine. All right. So we did the top 10. He has, right now, as it stands, he has 12. We're not counting the Odyssey. So we're doing 12 movies right now.
And so everybody knows, this is what we did is all of us made a list. They were kind of similar. Obviously, there's only 11 movies, but this list is it's like an average of where we put each movie.
Yeah.
So it's just like a combination of us three.
Should I say, like, if I say number 10 is this, should I say, oh, well, I had it at 9 and blah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, the honorable mentions that did not make the top 10 is Christopher Nolan's first movie, which is The Following. Tyler has not seen The Following, which is
I haven't seen it either.
Darrell and Tyler have not seen The Following, which is why it did not make the list. For me, though, I have seen the movie. I saw the movie when I was younger, and I watched it again. It's on Tubi right now. It's always on Tubi. It's okay. It will still be at the bottom of the list for me. It's a good first movie. It doesn't have anything. There's no Nolan signature to the movie, though. You could watch that movie and think anybody made that movie.
Yeah, I don't even consider it part of his filmography because I almost feel like it's before he even found his way.
And it's funny that you say that. Because so that's the first honorable mention, which is The Following. And the second movie on his honorable mention is Insomnia, which is the Al Pacino movie. And I feel the same way about Insomnia, which is funny because it came out after the movie where I felt like he found his footing. Insomnia to me doesn't move like a Christopher Nolan movie.
Well, see, so I watched Insomnia. Tyler has not. I watched it actually for the first time last year, but the reason why it doesn't feel like a Christopher Nolan movie is because he didn't write it.
Okay, I didn't know that actually.
So which is why I don't consider it part of his filmography.
That's
either.
fair.
And oddly enough, I mean, and Insomnia is a good movie. Like to me, it's like a classic cable movie. Like it's the kind of movie that would have been on TNT every Sunday.
You know, it's funny. 100%. This was when we were growing up. This was a big TNT movie.
I never saw it.
I watched this movie on TNT like 3 or 4 times. It was always on TNT or TBS, like always on the channel.
It's a good. I mean, it's a good movie for sure.
It's
And
one
you
of his
get-
movies that I've seen the most that I wasn't trying to watch.
Plus you get Robin Williams in a villain role, which is
Yeah.
something that you never get. Rest in peace. You get Al Pacino doing his Al Pacino-ness, like,
And he's not even big Al Pacino at this.
Yeah.
I mean, he is.
some of it is though.
Yeah.
He'd be on bullshit sometimes.
great ass.
But honestly, once I watched the movie, like my immediate thought was this would have been so much better if Christopher Nolan wrote it.
Mhm.
Like that was my immediate thought.
Okay, so those are the honorable mentions following Insomnia, which is 98 and 2002. Now, what we have at number 10, Darrell and Tyler both have it at number 10. I have it at number 9 personally. The first movie we're going to do is Tenet. Tenet is the one that came out in 2020 during COVID. Tenet is the last movie that he did with Warner Brothers because he got in his feelings about some stuff and he was like, you know what? I'm out of here.
Warner Brothers fucked up. They had this weird.
They didn't wrong him. He just stood on business.
Well, they were on the wrong side of cinema.
They were.
Nolan wanted his movies to be in
But the
theaters,
thing was,
100% in theaters, and all movies to be in
but
theaters.
my thing with him was the 2021 slate was not him. It was these movies on HBO and theater at the same time, so people have the choice. And he was like, "If y'all doing that, I'm gone."
Yeah, he's like, I don't want this to be. I don't want this to happen to me.
Yeah. But I mean, they were on the wrong side of history, and unfortunately, they lost him because after that, he started making the bangers. But Tenet, my relationship with Tenet, I did see it in theater. I think it was during COVID.
Mhm.
They had it was a limited theater. We had to wear masks, et cetera, et cetera. I remember this movie. And one thing I specifically remember about this movie, texting Darrell and letting Darrell did not know at the time that John David Washington was Denzel's kid. And you said to me,
That's true.
I'm gonna tell you what you said. I texted you and I was like, bro, it's so weird seeing his kid play him. And you said, I thought his voice sounded familiar. And all I thought watching this movie was this movie would be so much better with Denzel. And that statement that you said has stuck with me the entire time I watched that movie. Like,
That is true. I don't
know if you never
that's true.
Son, but you said
that part sounds true, but damn, that movie would have been amazing with Denzel.
he was like
90s
everything he
Denzel.
was doing was like he was trying to be his dad, just not as good.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
my thing about John David is like, I want to like him, obviously, because he's Denzel's son, and he's black, and he's an actor, he's an American black actor. We don't have that many, but when I'm watching them, sometimes it just don't be hitting like that for me. I don't know what it is.
I like him in the Black Klansman.
I really didn't like him in the Black Klansman.
This movie for me, Tenet to me
Haven't
is
seen Ballers.
Which one is it?
Ballers.
Oh, I've seen Ballers. I've seen the show. I didn't watch that Creation movie he did though. But Tenet for me is the one movie that I've ever watched of Nolan's that I genuinely don't know what the hell is going on. And when I'm watching it, that made me lose my interest because I was genuinely confused. And I have not rewatched this movie since.
Yeah.
And I need to sit down with it, and now that I have it at home and pause it, and I got lost. And when Robert Pattinson came back and was like, "Oh, this is that," and I was like, "Bro, what the hell is going on?" And this is the movie to me where people be like, "Inception was crazy and confusing." This is the movie where I'm like, "We going backwards to go forwards." In fact, like, what time? Like, how is he dead and alive? And what? So it lost me. I think he tried to do his formula and it did not land for me. That's why I have it ranked low.
Yeah, I saw Tenet in theaters during COVID. I was happy to see it because it was like we hadn't had any movies in
and it's a Nolan
theaters. Movie. That was the big blockbuster that came out, so I felt like he saved movies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, part of Nolan's stick for sure, like in his early years up until Oppenheimer, is like it's gonna be some confusing shit going on. Like it's just gonna be confusing. But Tenet for sure is the most confusing movie.
Yeah, I was like,
it is very much confusing. I enjoyed it. I tried to go home and try to read about it and watch videos about it. It's kind of hard. I enjoy it. Some people actually love Tenet, like people who are very like, film bros love Tenet.
Love this movie.
And they say it's like, if you just don't worry about any of the shit in it and you just watch it at face value, then you'll enjoy it. But I want to go home and try to understand it,
Yeah. It's a
fun
movie though. If you guns, action, cool.
Yeah.
But what?
Yeah.
Kyle, you saw this one in theater too for COVID?
Yeah, I saw it in theaters. And I mean, like, the whole concept is dope. And like, the set pieces and everything are badass. And, all the time reversal stuff is cool. But it's just like, I feel like there's not any like emotional stakes. It doesn't feel like there's emotional stakes in
Yeah,
the
for
movie
sure.
because it's buried underneath all of this other convoluted stuff that he has going on.
And I wonder if this is the first movie where it's like, did you pick the wrong actors for your leads? He took a swing with this. He took a swing with Pattinson and John David Washington. That was a swing for him. You didn't pick none of your guys, and you just took a swing with some guy. And Pattinson at that time, I feel like he'd gotten much stronger in the last.
I think if you swapped Pattinson and John David Washington, that would have been because like it's just I don't know the way that John David Washington acts seems like it would have worked better as that character.
John David, like I said, I'm not even gonna say I don't want to put it on John David Washington, but he's the least pedigreed actor Nolan has ever used, and it's not a coincidence that falls into the lowest ranked movie ever for us at least, not the film people. But yeah, Tenet. Like I said, I haven't watched it since it, and then it's rarely out on streaming.
It's on Max.
It's on Max right now. Okay,
I'm pretty sure it's always on Max.
I want every time. They kind of take them on and off, but I really did want to watch it.
Because it's their movie.
Got you. Oh, sure, yeah, Warner Brothers, right? Okay, so that's number 10, Tenet. Number 9 for us. This is my fault. It is Oppenheimer, which came out, 3 years ago now. That's crazy, 3 years ago. Oppenheimer is, I had it ranked 11th out of all 12. Tyler had it 7th. Darrell had it 8th. So we get to 9. Oppenheimer, obviously, it's the movie that won him Best Director. Cillian Murphy won Best Actor. Robert Downey Jr. won Best Supporting Actor. Everybody won every award, cinematography, blah, 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 blah. It's a beautiful movie. I think I have a better appreciation of the movie watching after I've seen the Odyssey now twice. I think I have a better appreciation of this movie. For me, my biggest issue with Oppenheimer is it's the least rewatchable Christopher Nolan movie for me. I have not gone back to. I didn't go back to Tenet because I'm confused. Yeah, bring it to me. I haven't gone back to Oppenheimer because it's like I don't need to watch another historical piece about Robert J. Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I would like looking at it again. I'd probably actually move it down to 8, like in hindsight. But that's just because I thought on it more. But I mean, like 7 or 8, either way, it doesn't really matter to me. Like that's the same movie to me. But yeah, I agree. It definitely feels like a 3-hour movie when you're watching it. Like it was very, very long.
I left the theater yesterday with the Odyssey, and I was like, it's a 3-hour movie, and it's a long movie. But the one thing about all his movies are long, but his movies don't feel long. Oppenheimer felt like a long movie. Like it was I couldn't tell, like, am I in the third act yet? You can always tell when you get to the third act with his long movies. It was just a long movie for him.
I will say it is kind of interesting that his last 2 movies, not including the Odyssey, are his bottom 2 movies for us.
Yeah.
So hopefully the Odyssey makes its way up his list. But yeah, I mean, I like Oppenheimer. Yeah. I actually haven't seen it again. I really want to, but it's just a movie that I really have to force myself to watch again.
You gotta be in.
Because I didn't, going into it, I was excited for it, but I didn't realize, which that's partly my fault. Common sense was to say, this is an autobiography. I mean, it's a biography. Like, it's just all it is.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand. I wasn't expecting it. I don't know what I thought it would be just a little more cinematic, but it was just a biography. And it's cool, I guess. Everyone's acting very well. I'm glad he won his Oscar. I'm glad. Did Cillian win?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad Cillian got an Oscar. Damn, so Cillian and Robert got. Damn, they fucking cleaned up. I mean, happy everybody won. It's just not a movie that I walked out and been like, I fucking love this. It just isn't as fun.
That's the thing too. I didn't walk out of this movie, and it didn't give me the feeling of like, this is an amazing movie. It's a very good movie. Christopher Nolan did a great job. The cinematography was great. The explosions, everything, all the behind the camera stuff was amazing. I was like, okay, like, all right, cool. That was the first movie, like he did it again with Odyssey, but that was the first movie where it was like, damn, this is everybody and their mama in this movie type movie. Yeah, so it was like, okay.
Oppenheimer's more of like I respect it, but I don't love it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's the way I feel like a lot of people have, which I don't understand, but I feel like that's the relationship people have with Titanic. Whereas like I respect the Titanic, but I don't love it. And I love the Titanic. but people do just out of sheer, like, I have to respect it, you know? So yeah, that's number 9 for us. Number 8 for us, Tyler has it at 6, Darrell has it at 9, I have it at 10, is Batman Begins. For me, it's weird when you rank an origin movie as of a trilogy. So when you rate the first movie of a trilogy the lowest, it is a little weird. But for me, the difference, what separates Batman Begins from Dark Knight Rises is Batman Begins has no single scene in the movie that is better than the opening scene of Dark Knight Rises. Dark Knight Rises is an amazing opening scene. It was hard to follow up Dark Knight, but there's no scene and there's no line that is, they expect one of us in the wreckage, brother. Like there's nothing top. So
Well, I mean, to me, I don't feel like I can't think of one notable scene from Batman Begins. Like, I know what happens. I know the scenes that happen, but there's nothing that I'm like, if I'm gonna list the top 10 scenes from Batman movie, not the single one's gonna be from Batman Begins.
I think the only scene that's even memorable, and I don't know if there's any words, is when what's the Taken actor, Lean? When he's revealed to be Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
So okay. Oh shoot.
So I think maybe there's like I would say maybe once the Scarecrow's in it, and he drugs Batman, or is it Batman or the Bruce? Batman. I guess that might be one because you can see Killian or Scarecrow's fucking his
the mask.
His fucking mask is all distorted and shit. It's kind of scary, but
to me, it's the greatest. It's because it is what it is. It's the greatest lob in cinema history. It's the greatest lob to the alley-oop because Dark Knight put a between the legs dunk. Great lob. It's a great lob movie.
Bro,
Tyler, you had high though. Tyler has a great higher than
I like it. I'm not a fan of The Dark Knight Rises personally, but
I know you aren't. Yeah,
but Batman Begins, I don't know. I've probably watched this one. I mean, other than The Dark Knight, I've probably watched this one more than obviously Dark Knight Rises. But I mean, like it has that actually probably one of the most used quotes in the entire, besides some of the Joker stuff. He's like, "Why do we fall?" And he's like, "So we can pick ourselves back up." That shit's cool.
Yeah,
but I feel like it's. I mean, he doesn't put the actual suit on until about halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like they kind of stuck with like the whole like origin thing, Batman Begins type
I like
shit,
the League of Shadows shit. I will say that.
And all that's like all the training stuff was dope.
Yeah, that was cool.
I mean, like, and like obviously, the villain isn't as strong.
That's
but it's like I kind of like it because it kind of reminds me of like a Sherlock Holmes type thing. You're kind of like, oh, who's behind all this shit?
Yeah.
All you have is like a name, but you don't know who the fuck it is. And then obviously it's revealed to be fucking Liam Neeson. I mean, it's Liam Neeson. You can't hate him. He's just, taken on a train, whatever, all that bullshit. But then Cillian Murphy Scarecrow, it's Cillian Murphy. He's always been good in everything he does. But I mean, I don't know. It's just like I said, it is the weakest villain, but overall for me,
whenever this movie came out, I can't remember how old I was, but it's funny because I wasn't. This is probably before I was really keeping up with like movie news. Like I would watch trailers, and obviously I loved all comic book stuff, but I didn't know about this movie when it came out, and then I remember we got it on bootleg, and it was like for me, like I remember certain movies by like the quality of bootleg, and that was like a really good quality of bootleg we had. I remember it, so I remember watching the movie, and I was like, oh, it's cool, but like that for sure is the Batman movie, probably. Of any comic book movie of the notable ones, that's probably the one that I've seen the least. Like I
saw this movie at a drive-in theater.
Shit.
Yeah. I was in the trunk of my mom and stepdad's car. So I remember I have like a very, like anytime I've gone to the drive-in as a kid, I have like a very special relationship. I was 13. Now I really, like I said, I really like this movie, and I'll say I've watched this one a lot because it's the shortest. So it's easy to put this whole on, it's super easy to put it on. And this is the last time we get a good woman interest in the movie, because after that we go left.
Yeah, I might say you still get Catwoman.
That's fair. Yeah, but we go left.
But I was thinking the same thing. I was like, what happened?
Yeah,
I was watching it when I watched this the last time I watched this. I was like, God, Katie Holmes was so fine. We couldn't do nothing. But okay, let's move. Okay, so following that, after 8, we go to 7. We're staying with the same theme. We are going with The Dark Knight Rises, which is the trilogy, the third one of the trilogy. I ranked it. Me and Darrell both actually ranked it as Nolan's 7th best movie. Tyler has it at 9. Obviously, Tyler can explain why he has it so much lower than us. But this is the 7th movie. Me and Darrell literally have a 7. Tyler, what is your hatred of Bane?
I mean, first of all, I'm not a big Tom Hardy fan anyway, but not that, I don't know. I just think
Wow.
It's crazy. I know.
Whoa, that's crazy.
that's just,
opinions,
I mean,
man.
like Anne Hathaway's good. She's good in pretty much everything she does. But and I think obviously the villain in this one is better. Like Bane overall is better than like the Ra's al Ghul and everything. But there's
What about Talia? You don't like Talia's little twist? Her little, okay, that was crazy. yeah, but everything before her.
I don't know. It was all right. I don't know. It doesn't hit the same for me. The whole like, oh, your name's Robin or whatever the fuck that stupid shit was.
Yeah,
that shit was dumb as fuck.
For sure.
Dumb as fuck. So I don't know. And then like the ending was cool. I guess it was like they were trying to do the what's the game that came out, the Dark Knight Protocol or whatever the fuck it's called, where he blows the house up and shit and he's dead and all that bullshit. I don't know. It felt a little bloated in certain parts. Like they were trying to do too much.
I ain't gonna lie, Bane blew up a stadium during a football game, bro.
Yeah, and Hines Ward was the fucking guy. Get the fuck out of here!
That was amazing.
Hines Ward ain't returning no kick.
That was dope.
Hines Ward had 84 speed on the game. He ain't returning no kick.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, come on.
Well, if you playing for like Gotham, whatever the fuck, maybe you are. Man, here's my thing. Whenever I saw the Dark Knight Rises in theaters, obviously. I walked out of that movie being like, this is one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. I loved it. It was so, everything for me. The fucking rubbish. I was like, look at rubbish. All that worked for me. Everything. I love that movie.
I stopped there. I said, "Boo! Get that out of my face!"
Bro, there was a.
I didn't even know that was Tom Hardy. That's how good. I didn't even know that was Tom Hardy.
Yeah, me too. There was a long time that I used to call it like. I used to put it like in my top 4 favorite movies ever. I love that movie. It really is good. Here's the thing. It has so many great set pieces, so many great scenes, so many great lines. Bane is a fucking incredible villain. Incredible.
Yeah. Bane's lines. Bane has the.
You think darkness is your ally?
I'm trying to word it not to be so dramatic. What's a more quotable villain than Bane? Bane is beating this nigga's ass. Other than giving him a life lesson, dude.
Thanos is there for sure, obviously. Yeah. But Joker's still there.
Thanos was doing everything Bane was doing. Like all the way he was like, you had to come back to me. Bane literally like, you think not even my favorite is, not that you think darkness is your ally. When he told him, you fight with a young man's spirit, but your body has betrayed you. Peace has made you weak. Like, bro, beating this nigga ass. Like,
Also, my favorite Bane scene is whenever he's with the other guy, and then he's like, I paid you a large sum of money. He was like, and that gives you power over me.
And he did the hand like this.
He put his hand on. Hey man, Bane was on his shit.
He
that
said,
movie.
You feel in charge.
It would be honestly. I ranked it 6?
7. We both had 7.
7, and I had to go really back and forth. Like to me, from here point on, all these movies could get switched. Yeah. Like all of them are pretty interchangeable. And I won't accept any slander for this movie.
I want to say also about Dark Knight Rises, they had to follow a monster. They had to follow a monster and had to follow the death of a So it was, you had to follow an amazing movie. This movie was highly, like, Dark Knight was critically acclaimed. To follow that movie, you was always going to fail, and it did very well. Like it did as good as you can do trying to follow.
And he had to switch it up because the plan was to have the Joker in the movie.
And that's my thing too. Like, you remember, like, I look at it, I don't think of him the same way, but like, remember how everybody has lauded Godfather 2, like, as one of the greatest cinema movies ever? Dark Knight Rises could have very well been Godfather 3. They try to pretend that Godfather 1 and 2 is just a sequel. It's just 2 movies. They try to pretend there's not a third. Nobody talks about the Dark Knight Rises like that.
I literally have never seen Godfather 3. Never seen it.
And AMC used to run a Godfather marathon, and they would only run the first 2.
As you should, yeah.
Yeah, and they would just start it over. And I'd be like, bro, where's the third one?
They're like, what movie?
They'd be like, Godfather trilogy, and it's just 1 and 2 over and over again. But yeah, no, I really, like I said, I think Bane's performance has gotten better as I've gotten older. And I think that movie has just gotten progressively better. The only thing that I think is silly about that movie is just super, super silly. You haven't seen Bruce Wayne in years. You haven't seen Batman in years. They both magically pop up at the same time. Nobody is all
Yeah. See, the only
can't put
I
that
think
together.
ultimately the reason I did put it as 7 was because the movie does have a lot of plot holes, a lot.
Yeah.
Or like a lot of things happen in the movie that just don't make sense for the story. They're just kind of convenient, and of course the Talia piece of it is kind of stupid. Obviously, she has the worst dying scene of all time.
All time.
It sucks. I don't know how that happened.
But her reveal is fire when she stabs him.
Yeah.
But he's not the child of Ra's al Ghul.
First of all, how the hell is this person supposed to be the one person who escaped the pit? I don't. To me, that's just a hole. But whatever.
Yeah.
But besides that,
Yeah.
it's a little banger of a movie.
Okay, so moving on to number 6. This is crazy actually. I have it ranked at 6. Tyler has it ranked at 8, and Darrell has it ranked at 5. It is none other than Memento, the Guy Pearce movie. It pretty much has 3 characters in this movie. Memento, to me, my relationship with Memento, I probably have it ranked too low. I think it's just hard. It's like you said, it's all interchangeable. It's whatever I'm feeling in the moment, because I rewatched Memento before we did this pod. Memento is the first Christopher, like, it's so funny because it's like Christopher Nolan has a style. Memento is all of him. Like, it is so good. And I want to know what's the relationship with him and Nolan, because they haven't done anything. Get him back in a movie with you. Guy Pearce is so damn good in this movie. This concept where you have short-term memory loss and you are writing stuff on you and trying to remember and piece stuff together, and you don't know who's betraying you and everything. This movie plays so well. It literally follows all his set pieces. I did not see Memento in theater as a kid. Obviously, I was 8. I think the first time I saw Memento, I was like 15, 16. And this is a movie, for me, this movie's 26 years old now. This movie ages very well. Like, this is I wish Christopher Nolan could make a movie again just like this. This is very simple, very low budget. Like, I absolutely love Memento.
So this is the start of his filmography. So we don't include, not including the following and Insomnia. Right? Insomnia came after that. You're right.
Yes. But this
is the start of it, and then we skipped Insomnia. It's like you said, it is all like Christopher Nolan loves doing weird shit with time. Mm-hmm. This is the movie that is strictly about weird shit with time. It's like, and I've like seen videos of like him from back in the day explain it, and it's just fucking fantastic. And one thing about me, I'm a sucker for weird shit in time. I mean, I'm a sucker for weird time shit in movies. I love it every fucking time.
Yeah.
So the mere fact that he wrote this movie, side note, he does write some of these movies. I can't remember if it's this one, but he writes a lot of his movies. A lot of his older stuff was written with his brother. So that is a caveat. But to write some shit like this and come up with it and to take a swing on it before you even have a major kind of movie, that this was his first huge movie. Obviously, he did direct, but to write and direct this movie, fucking absolute banger of a start.
Yeah, for sure. It's man, Tyler, what you want? I mean,
I'd probably actually like I said, we can interchange. So I'd probably move this above Oppenheimer, just because I would definitely. I've rewatched this one before. I'm probably never gonna rewatch Oppenheimer, but I might, in like 20 years. But I think the whole reverse chronology thing is dope. Like, when I remember first watching it and being like, this shit's crazy. Like, whoever wrote this is a fucking mad. This is before I was really like, who the hell's Christopher Nolan? Because I mean,
the way it's described, it's a non-linear narrative, right? Yeah. And it's a neo-noir psychological thriller. Like, bruh,
nigga doing everything.
His bag range is just like, man,
it sits this low not because it's not great. It's just because like there's so much large scale shit above it, and I would I would kill to see Nolan do something smaller scale again, just to like see what the fuck he does with it.
I was just gonna say this movie's budget was $5 to $9 million. Imagine this movie with a $70 million budget.
That was 10.
Honestly, you're right.
But if John David Washington is Guy Pearce, Like Guy Pearce
maybe.
is like, you know what I'm saying? But like, again, I'm with you though. I would love to see him. He's probably too far along now, but a low budget movie for him again.
I mean, I think he would still do it just to.
I'm sure he would. I mean,
prove
he
can.
really is like one of those, like,
Yeah.
he loves this shit.
Like,
You know what's funny?
we were talking about this before. He was talking about like he wants to do a horror movie. If he did a low budget horror movie, like low budget for him, like
yeah.
like 50, like that should be crazy.
Yeah.
So my thing about this movie is that it seems like every time I see it, I always go years without seeing it. So I think my first time seeing it was probably around 2016. Like that was my first time seeing it, and then I probably saw it again like 5 years later. Then like I always go a lot of years without seeing it. So then whenever I see it, I always forget like what's gonna happen. So every time I watch it, it's like the first time. Like I know that there's a huge twist. I kind of know like what it is, but I can't quite put it together. And so like every time I watch it, it's like watching it. It's like having sex for the first time.
Bro, no, it's like I said, this is boy, man. I love this movie. I think this is like I said, this is for that to be. We talked about it the other day with like Curry Barker and Kane Parsons, and this isn't his first movie, but this being your second movie is like, and man, like this is impressive. It's impressive. This is like, I think this is a movie too. Probably, I'm assuming it's a cult classic. I'd assume it's of that vein. It did decent in the box. Never mind. So I won't. It did about 50 million.
We didn't spoil it either. So if someone's listening and they haven't seen it, absolutely watch this movie.
Yes, please.
It has one of the craziest twists,
man, yeah,
of all time.
So we're gonna do next is okay. So number 5, we have coming in number 5. Tyler has it ranked number 5. Me and Darrell have it ranked at number 4. It is the 2017 historical piece Dunkirk. For me, I did see this movie in the theater. History is without a doubt my favorite subject. Anything to deal with war, World War I, World War II, any wars, anything historical, I really, really like. The problem with me for Oppenheimer, where I have it differentiated with that, is that was just so based on Robert J. Oppenheimer and the creation of the atomic bomb. It wasn't really so much about the actual war. It was like the ancillary, like what he did obviously is important, but it wasn't the war. Dunkirk is the war. And to me, it's some of like his best, I think it's some of his best action sequences. Yeah, I feel like this is one, again, when we always talk about his range. He did his Batman shit, which is superhero, but like this is his first, like, I'm gonna do an action movie. I'm gonna show y'all, but it has a lot of heart. It has a lot of, again, it was so crazy to me. I was gonna say it has a lot of like really good acting, but this to me, I really like Tom Hardy in this movie. And you're not a Tom Hardy guy. So it's like, but I love Tom Hardy and Cillian together. I love them together. So yeah, for me, I know Darrell really likes this movie. Tyler, you have it at 5, but does Tom Hardy bring this movie down for you, or is he okay?
Really? I mean, because I don't. And for this one, he does like the whole. It's like the 3 timelines. He does like land, sea, and air, and all that. I don't think there's like. I don't really feel attached to the characters all that much, which I think is intentional anyway. But I think it's after he did some dialogue heavy movies, and then this one is more like he strips everything down, like you said, just like this is action movie. And I think I thought it was. I mean, I still thought it was enjoyable. Hans Zimmer's score is intense, like that shit's crazy. But I mean, I don't know. It's definitely an experience. I feel like this was more of a movie theater movie. Like I don't know, watching this at home probably doesn't hit exactly the same, but I know it's still like it's still just as good.
Give me a second.
Definitely better than Oppenheimer.
Yeah, for sure.
More enjoyable, at least.
So I watched this movie when it came on streaming, and then I thought it was okay. And then I think maybe a year later, I was listening to a podcast, The Rewatchables. They brought on Quentin Tarantino, and they let him pick like 3 movies that you can. They let him pick 3 different films, and his first film was Dunkirk, which is weird because it was a new movie, and 2, I didn't think it was that good. But listening to him talk about it, I was like, let me go rewatch this movie. Here's the thing. When I watched it for the first time, I didn't quite understand the 1 day, 1 hour, 1 week thing. Like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So then hearing someone talk about it, I was like, oh, okay. Let me go back with the understanding of this is how the movie is formatted, which is a unique thing. I've never seen a movie like that where you have 3 different things happening for the same event, but one timeline is happening over the course of a week, one timeline is happening over the course of a day, and one timeline is happening over the course of an hour. Fuck it, fantastic. Who even comes up with that shit?
Like,
but
his relationship with time is so
fucking
it's insane. It's insane.
So when I watched it for the second time, that's when I finally started to see it for his greatness. And then when I watched it for the third time, I was like, this is a perfect movie. So I grade movies based on what they're trying to be. This is supposed to be a historical, pretty much a fucking war film. It cannot be any better to me.
Yeah.
Whenever like the pacing of the movie, it's fucking perfect. You can hear it kind of has that ticking throughout the whole movie, and it doesn't stop until they're finally safe.
God. Yeah.
The fucking score, like Tyler said, is amazing. You get Tom Hardy up there with his little banging mask. He's on me. Yeah. I'm on him. Like I love that. Fucking love that part. It's fucking fantastic, man. And then whenever people were kind of like, "Oh, Christopher Nolan's doing the Odyssey. How does that make sense?" I always pointed back to this movie. I was like, "Have you seen Dunkirk?" Like, if you haven't seen Dunkirk, I don't think you understand what he can do with like a war-centric film, which obviously the Odyssey is a lot of it is, but it takes place after it, but it's about the Trojan War and stuff like that. I'm like, you don't understand.
Do you know what I realized about this movie? I watched this movie maybe like a month ago. Do you know what I realized about this movie that I did not know?
What?
Aegon II, the usurper, is in this movie.
Really?
Yeah,
Who is he?
He plays Peter Dawson.
Who the fuck is that? I don't know the names of people in the movie.
Oh, I'm sorry, why?
Like, who is he in the movie?
Peter was hold on, let me look and tell you. Hold on, let me pull him up so I can describe.
Was he just in the movie somewhere? Or?
No, he's in he's in the movie. Hold on.
Was he one of the guys? Maybe he was one of the guys in the in that sub whenever they started shooting at him.
He goes on the he's one of the kids that goes on the boat across the channel. But yeah, I was like, oh, what the hell? But no, yeah, like I said, for me, Dunkirk, it played, like I said, Tyler, it plays much better in theater. But I will say that's the beauty that I do love about the Rewatchable. Shout out to them, because when they talk about a movie and they have somebody on, like you said, I listened to that same exact podcast, and because Quentin Tarantino spoke so highly of it, I was like, I'm gonna rewatch this. I was like, oh, I forgot about this movie. And when anytime they'd have him on, they have other directors on, and they'd be like, these are movies I like. I'd be like, oh, let me go back and watch that. I do that with them. And when they have directors go into the Criterion Collection and they pick stuff out, I literally take notes of the movies they pick. Ryan Coogler went in and picked like 8 movies. I was like, oh, I haven't seen this. If you like these movies, I want to watch these movies because y'all are the movie makers.
Yeah.
So I want to see what movies y'all.
And obviously, as a director, when you're watching a movie, you're viewing it from a different lens than someone like me or you. Like I understand that, but
and I respect Tarantino. Like Tarantino's one of those people who's like, whatever you say, I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, for him to pick something like that one just came out. Two, it's like he's it's not like it's basketball, but he's your direct competitor right now.
Facts.
Like that was that show very high praise.
Yeah. So that was Dunkirk. Again, that was number 5 for us. Now number 4. This one right here is, me and Tyler actually talked about it before you came on, Darrell. Tyler has this ranked number 2. This is his second favorite Nolan movie. Darrell has it at 6, and I have it at 5. But I did tell Tyler before, what movie did I say it was? Before Interstellar came out. I don't count the comic book movies. Before Interstellar came out, this was my second favorite Nolan movie. Prestige to me, Tyler, you can go because actually this is your second favorite movie. So you tell me.
I mean, this is arguably my favorite Nolan original, not based, it's not The Dark Knight and all that stuff. So this is probably my favorite. And there's been times where I was like, I need to watch the fucking Prestige. I just needed to watch it, and I could not find it anywhere. And I was so pissed. I couldn't find it on DVD. I couldn't find it anywhere. And then they finally, they put it on Netflix or something a while back, and I got to watch it again. But it's surprising, but I think it's probably one of his most rewatchable movies. And I think the first time you watch it, you're definitely like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's, you know how he does the whole like twist with and goes back in time a little bit. He does that in every movie he's ever had.
Always.
But I think like I don't want to. I mean, I'm sure people have seen it already. I really don't want to spoil anything, but fuck it.
No spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
It does have
there's
a good ass plot twist movie.
there's
a crazy twist.
It's called The Prestige for a reason. It's like he gives you the answers throughout the entire movie. You just have to pay attention, but you're still not going to understand it until you watch it the second time. So it's fine.
Yeah.
But
this movie is magicians. I love magic. I'm not a person that do magic or nothing like that, but I love a movie with magic, like the Now You See Me's, Prestige. The best thing about those movies, and especially Prestige, which is a Nolan thing where it's like, I'm going to tell you, just pay attention. And Magic's whole thing is like, just like in Now You See Me, look closer, because the closer you look, the less you will see. And it's like, this is a movie right here, like you said, it's a very good first watch. So Nolan has movies where the more you watch them, the more you pick up and the better it gets, which is why I really do need to go back and rewatch Tenet. And I'm sure the more I watch Tenet, it'll probably get better, because those movies really do. It's like, bro, when you watch it and you know what to look for and you're like, oh man, how did I miss that? How did I miss this? How did I miss that? They literally lay it all out for you. If you're paying attention in the first 10 minutes of his movies, he's going to tell you exactly what we're going to do. This is what's going to happen in this movie. But you're not going to remember by the time you get to the third act. And then it's like, boom. And then as soon as you watch it again, it's like, oh my God, he said it. But I love.
I'll say the whole Tesla thing is like it's a little iffy, but like other than that, I mean, I feel like there's not really there's emotion in the movie, but it's definitely less like emotionally resonant than some of the other stuff like Dunkirk. It's like the whole war torn thing. But
I think The Prestige is his strongest acted movie for me.
Absolutely.
I think Hugh and Christian are
maybe besides Oppenheimer, but then I feel like even Oppenheimer's it's a little.
Oppenheimer's just it's like it's hard to say, because the best singular performance is obviously Heath, right? That's the best singular. But like, and Heath is so good in that movie, but there's a lot of great other people. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take it back, because Dark Knight is. Now that I'm looking in my mind, Dark Knight is the best acted movie. Yeah, sorry. Prestige is the second best. Original script is the best acting.
Yeah.
There we go.
But I think you could still safely say that it's probably the best outside of like a single performance. It's obviously The Dark Knight, but I think both actors together are on the same level in this one. Whereas in The Dark Knight, like Heath Ledger's fucking levels above everybody else in that movie. Because Christian Bale's Batman
below him. That's why I was about to say we'll talk about it. But the niggas that's below him, I just like as I was thinking about it, Aaron Eckhart is.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like I think they're like it's just weird.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, but
Christian Bale can't elevate in that movie because of who he's playing Batman. So it's just
they're on scenes back and forth. Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale. I agree. Yes, Darrell, because you have it lower than everybody.
So The Prestige, like I said before,
they're all interchangeable. Yes,
everything from 7 to 1 besides 1. 7 to 2, 7 to 2 could honestly all be interchangeable. Yeah. I didn't know what to do. But the Prestige is of all the Nolan movies, besides maybe Tenet, I think, and Oppenheimer. So like of all the older Nolan movies, Prestige is the one that I've seen the less. I mean, the least.
Okay.
I believe I've only seen it twice.
Okay.
Obviously, I understand.
It's about time to rewatch it, my guy.
Yeah, honestly, absolutely, it is. It is time to rewatch it.
He gonna text us at 1 in the
morning. I do. And it is.
Hey, hold up, it's number 4. It's number 4.
It is quite possible that I'll watch it and I'll put it in. I just can't.
Yeah.
The issue with putting it over Dunkirk, like it was to me. I thought about putting it in the top 4, but I can't put it over Dunkirk because I call Dunkirk a 5-star movie.
Yeah,
like that's a perfect movie. So it's hard for me not to have it on my Mount Rushmore when it's a perfect movie.
That's where I was at.
But yeah, I will re-watch it either this weekend or next, and I'll report back.
Okay, moving on to the 2014, the single greatest score ever. We have number 3, Interstellar. I ranked it number 3. Darrell ranked it number 2, and Tyler ranked it number 4. For me, I want this movie to be in my top 2 so bad, and I feel like I'm almost disrespecting it not having it in my top 2. It just cannot top the top 2 movies for me. Like there is nothing like I think my top 3 Christopher Nolan movies are all 5-star movies, but Inception is a 5.5 and Dark Knight is a 6. So it's like it can't do anything. But this movie it was amazing on the first watch. And again, this movie I think is second for me as this movie is the best second watched movie. When you watch it again and know everything that's going to happen and everything, this is a gut wrenching movie. Like, this is a sad movie. When Matthew McConaughey breaks down, it's like I have watched it now as a parent, and it's so funny when you have kids and you rewatch these movies with kids in them, and you looking at it through a lens of a father. It is 10,000 times worse. Like, oh my, it's just like I said, for me, this is the best. I think we talked about it before when we were talking about Project Hail Mary. This is the best space movie of all time. Like, it's a really good.
Hey, side note, real quick, because you just said it, but I started watching Project Hail Mary yesterday, just while I was eating, before I turned on Spider-Man. So I watched like the first maybe half hour, maybe 40, maybe, yeah, I would say he's already taught Rocky how to speak and shit.
Mhm.
That movie's so fucking good.
I've watched it twice since it's been on Amazon Prime.
It's so good.
It's so easy to watch. It's so easy to watch. It's such a good fun movie to watch. But yeah, y'all can go ahead. I mean, like I said, Interstellar for me, and it has, again, the score in Interstellar. The score, Hans Zimmer, like, you can't. I don't think Hans Zimmer has done a lot. I don't know if Hans Zimmer can top this. Like, it's an excellent score. It is an excellent score.
Yeah,
y'all can go ahead.
I mean, I would say of his movies, is probably the best written script to me.
Also, and Jonathan wrote most of this script.
Yeah, exactly. Which, I mean,
he wrote it for 4 years.
Yeah, and to be fair and to be frank, Jonathan is the better writer. Jonathan's for sure the better writer.
That's his secret sauce.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened while they stopped writing together. I don't know why.
My man said he wants some credit.
I mean, I'm like, are they not cool anymore or what? I don't know.
My dog said he needs some credit, man.
But he doesn't do anything now. I mean, it's not like he's writing on his own, is he?
I don't know if he is writing on his own. I think,
like, is he even alive? I have literally never heard the name Jonathan Nolan since
he's
this movie.
He's directing the Fallout. That's it. That's what he's doing.
The Fallout.
Yes, on Amazon Prime.
What is that?
The Fallout TV show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's directed a few episodes of that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's TV. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I believe it's probably the best written script. Definitely the best score. I love that it revitalized Matthew McConaughey's career, because he was kind of in that weird, like, getting brushed off as a rom-com guy. He was already kind of, was that before or after True Detectives?
So Tyler can timeline it for us, but I did say that it was he had turned down a movie for $15 million to do a rom-com, I think, and then he did True Detective and won an Emmy for it. Then he did Dallas Buyer Club, I believe, and won an Oscar, and then he backdoored that in.
No, he didn't. He didn't win the Emmy for.
He didn't win the Emmy, but he got nominated.
He lost to Breaking Bad.
Yeah, he lost to Bryan Cranston, of course.
Fair, as he should. Yeah.
I don't know about that. That last. That's that fucking.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, that was his. Like I said, he did. He literally ran. Yeah.
This was in it. So because of Dallas Buyers and because of True, he was able to get this. Because without those two, he doesn't get this movie for sure. So fuck yeah, I fucking love the movie. Also, as I've explained, I love movies that have weird shit to do with time. Except for the time in this movie is mostly true. Like, scientists look at this movie and they say, for the most part, the science is pretty accurate. I mean, that's the way space works. If you were traveling at a certain amount of speed, if you're traveling at a certain speed, then the fucking, you might not be aging, but everybody else will. Like, all that shit is pretty true.
Yeah, I think they had some science consulting on this one too. So that's probably what it was.
It's all fairly accurate. I think
he has 4 years. He learned about scientific stuff to get ready for this. Like,
I also feel like it has probably, excluding our number one movie, it has probably the best scene from any Nolan movie. I'm talking about whenever he's on the water planet. I feel like that fucking set piece is so fucking cool. So fucking cool. whenever they're on the water planet, they're like, oh, look at that, look at that mountain. that's not a mountain.
Real quick, I wanted to tell you because we did mention it. So Jonathan, they don't work together anymore, just simply because after Interstellar, they still have a very close relationship and stuff. But after Interstellar, he wanted to. Nolan obviously is like, I'm a movie director, so I want to do big movies. And Jonathan Nolan did the Westworld TV show. He created, he was creating that.
Really?
He just wanted to change medium, so he focused.
Oh, okay.
He created Westworld, which was a great first season of television, and then he started producing. He's the executive producer for Fallout. So it's like they was literally just essentially like they wanted to work in different mediums. So it was like, hey, I'm gonna go do my own thing. So yeah. So I'm sure, like, even though he doesn't get writer credits on things after Interstellar, I'm sure it's like, hey, I'm gonna see my script.
Maybe. I mean, but you can kind of tell a lot of the stuff that's came out without Jonathan Nolan, it does lack from a writing front.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said,
somewhat. I mean, compared to other movies, no, but like compared to his old stuff, like all his best written movies and scripts are the ones that Jonathan worked on.
The ones that he got. So he wrote Memento. He's uncredited on Batman Begins. He wrote Prestige. He wrote Dark Knight. He wrote Dark Knight Rises, and he wrote Interstellar. Which is interesting that he didn't write Inception, but hey.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Tyler.
Tyler, you haven't said much on Interstellar.
So actually, no, I do. I don't know. This was, like I said, the top 4 or 5 for me. Like, they could all kind of just move around at whatever point in time. But I actually really enjoyed Interstellar, especially the very first time I watched it. That's the Murph scene, super emotional. But I wasn't sure how I felt about the ending. I still really don't know.
Really?
I'm always like, I don't know. The whole like black hole. I don't know. It's always kind of just, I don't know.
Oh, fucking look.
I don't know. I'm not like I'm not one way or the other about it. I'm just kind of right in the middle. I'm like, oh, I didn't hate it. It didn't ruin the movie for me or anything. But I mean, this cast is actually kind of stacked. Like, if you go back and you're like, I'm like, okay, like young Timothée Chalamet, but he ain't really doing too much. But then you got like who played his daughter? It was she's not in much now, but I thought she did pretty good. I forget her name.
Jessica Chastain.
Yeah, well, no, John. I'm talking about the younger. Jessica Chastain was killing this hoe too, though.
Yeah.
But I think this might be her. Shit, this is one of her best movies too. Actually, now I think about it,
it is for sure her best movie.
But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's just overall you can't really argue with it. It's emotional. It's the scale of it's fucking insane, and then it's some of the raw stuff that he's put on screen. Probably.
Also, I think for me too. Also, I was gonna say, like, we talk a lot about Matthew McConaughey's resurgence in this movie. It can't be we're forgotten. This was a very big movie for resurgence in Anne Hathaway's career as well.
Yeah.
I love her in this movie. I think, and her getting like that, she got this movie or whatever, and this was right after she had did The Dark Knight Rises, and it's like those back-to-back movies she got from him, like, really like put her on a different trajectory. Like I said, Interstellar for me, if there was any other director, if it was any other actor, any other director and any other filmography, I think this movie is in my top 2. But again, for me, this can't be in my top 2, which will lead us to the number 2 movie here that Darrell and Tyler have at number 3. And for me, this is my number 2. It is only, and if I'm not counting the comic book movie, to me, this is the best original screenplay. This is the best movie ever written. Hands down. He takes directly from Heat. He takes so much from Heat, but then it's like,
he does that in The Dark Knight too.
I'm going to take, he takes directly from Heat. He takes directly from, what's the other movie that I like? Memento. He takes directly from Memento. And then he also was like, you know what? Since y'all won't let me do a James Bond movie, I'm going to do a James Bond movie, and I'm going to make it cooler than any James Bond movie y'all can think of. Because we're going to go in, what we're stealing is niggas' dreams. We stealing niggas' thoughts.
Which is insane.
We stealing niggas' thoughts. What y'all robbing? Your mind, your brain, boy. Man, listen, like, perfect cast. Perfect. Like, you got Leo. And we got sexy Tom Hardy. One mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling. Come on. That's the line delivered. That right there is the reason people want him to play James Bond. That scene specifically. Joseph Gordon-Levitt doing his whatever he do in movies. Cillian Murphy, perfect. The actor that plays Sato, I love him. The dream within the dream within the dream within the dream. The score with the like, and then that's all ancillary to the very first time he teaches. What's her name now? Elliot Page.
Elliot Page, yeah.
The very first time they go in a dream and they construct the dream, it is one of the, like, watching that in theater, it was one of the coolest things I ever seen in the movie. Like, I remember watching the trailer for this movie and I was like, I don't get this at all. Man, like that was a moment in like a movie where I was like, I'm watching a masterpiece. I think it is the most rewatchable Christopher Nolan movie. You can jump in, if this movie's on TV and you turn on any scene in this movie, you can pick it up and go. You can pick it up. It is, this is, I'm in the third act, cool. I'm in the second act, cool. I'm at the start, like anywhere in this movie to me. This is a flawless movie. The only reason this movie isn't one is because the Batman movie is all time. But
yeah,
it's like,
it's funny. This movie has the most of like Nolan guys in it because you got Tom Hardy, you got fucking Killian. What's fucking Alfred's name? Goddamn, I'm drawing a blank.
Oh, Michael Caine.
Yeah, Michael Caine. Somebody else is also in it. I feel like there's also in a lot of this stuff. Oh, Elliot Page is in 2 of his movies now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
Gordon-Levitt's in 2 of his movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Marion Cotillard's in 2 of his movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the wife, fucking yeah. So like this is like him bringing all his gang together. It's funny because like I didn't see this in theaters, so I saw it. I saw it on TV or streaming or whatever, and then it's like, to me, it's one of the movies that I love. Movies that require you to really think. So I don't mind leaving a movie and being like, wait, what happened? I don't quite understand what happened. So I remember being in my dorm room. They had whole websites dedicated to explaining explaining this movie, and I would sit up and I would really try to understand it, and then I would watch it again and I'll understand a little bit more, then I'll go back and read a little bit more, then I'll go watch the movie again. So I did that with Inception and with Interstellar, like movies that make you think, but it's not too far-fetched for you to kind of understand it, like fucking Tenet. Like, no matter how many times I've read up on Tenet, I still can't grasp it. But I have a pretty good understanding of what's going on in Inception. So yeah, fucking love that movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Tyler?
Yeah, and like, we talked about Nolan's action movies. I mean, this is, one of those. He kind of, I actually do like Hardy in this movie particularly, but I think it's, the whole, like, this dream within a dream within a dream concept is absolutely insane, because this is like, I feel like this is one of the only times that I would say Nolan's not necessarily playing with time per se, but he kind of is, but not in the same way. Like, he's not doing like the reversal of time. He's basically just like, oh, it's like time slowed down the deeper you go or whatever, which that's like, this dude's fucking nuts. Like, I don't know what the hell he's got going on. But then I think like my favorite parts are whenever it's just like everything's in slow motion, like whenever like they're like trying to wake them up.
Oh, when they're trying to fall, and
I don't know why. That shit's always like, I think that the design of that is so fucking dope. But the Paris folding scene thing is like, I mean, I don't know. He really did something on this one. It was just crazy. And like,
it blows my mind that Sato lived 50 years before Leo washed up on that beach, bro.
I know, it's
like, I think about that. And then what like you said, Darrell, I left that movie theater. I completely understood everything that happened, right? The dreidel is spinning. I remember talking to somebody. I was like, the dreidel is spinning and it wobbles. It's not a dream. It wobbles. Somebody was like, no, it didn't wobble. And I was like, yes, it did. And they were like, no, bro, like, that's why. They were like, they were like, he never woke up on that plane, that he's still in a dream. I was like, boy, what are you talking about? So he was like, bro, go back and watch it. He doesn't wake up. He's lost forever. I watched it through that lens and I was like, I can see how somebody thinks.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, this is one of those. And it took Nolan 8 years before he actually told people
he never actually said, did he?
What he said is, if you see Michael Caine, you're not dreaming. That's what he told Michael Caine. All your scenes, he told Michael, and Michael Caine is the one who said it.
Okay.
Like before we started filming, he told me if I'm in a scene, Leo is really awake. So I was like, okay. But I was like, before he said that, it was dead ass like,
yeah,
it does wobble. Where it's stopping, y'all.
I never questioned if
he was
it was
awake.
a dream because it is wobbling. But whenever you think about the fact that his kids are down at the same age and the same clothing, I was like, why?
Yeah.
So part of me makes me believe that Nolan just fucked up, just like he did in fucking The Dark Knight Rises. Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes
man, I forgot
even though he's fucking one of the best of all time, he be having blind spots. I'm like, well, why would you do that?
No, he ain't seen his kids in 6 years. Why they in the exact
same exact clothes?
I saw a fan theory recently where that I thought was just funny. It was actually kind of cool, but it was like they said that the true target of the Inception operation wasn't Cillian Murphy. It was Leonardo DiCaprio's character. It was to get him to let go of his grief and like all that for his wife.
Oh, did it? And
So
I was like, Inception him to let that go. Hey, that's
that would have been. I was like, that's fucking crazy.
People be freaky with them
I bet you if you told Christopher Nolan that, he'd probably be like, oh yeah, that's fucking dope.
Oh yeah. I'm doing Inception on their ass. That's the one thing too. I'll say, like, before we even go to the next movie, other than the Batman, bro, like, I'm not making a sequel, dude. Don't ask me. I make one movie and we moving the hell on with this movie. Like, that shit, like, because there's so many movies where it's like, oh, you can definitely make a sequel of this. You can make a sequel of this. How about no? But number one movie, we all have it ranked number one. No surprise here. You've heard me and Tyler give our Mount Rushmores and our favorites. It's The Dark Knight. Darrell, I love this movie. Nobody loves this movie more than Darrell. So Darrell, you can go ahead and start with your relationship.
Yeah. First of all, it's my number one favorite movie ever made. As I've said on here before, I value acting in a movie more than anything. So for a movie to have the best performance of all time, of course, it's going to be like my favorite movie. I saw this movie in theaters. I walked out. I feel like I had a religious experience. I jokingly say that, not kind of jokingly, but I say that Heath Ledger gave his life for this film. Obviously, he didn't go into it saying I was going to kill myself or anything like that, but he put so much into their role that he kind of went insane. It led him to some dark shit. Rest in peace. But the mere fact that he did that just goes to show you how great that role is. It has the greatest opening scene in a movie.
Greatest opening scene in a movie.
It has. I mean, look, I understand some people's pushback that it's not really a Batman film; it's a Joker film. You know what? I don't care. The Joker is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, comic book villain, and he portrays him in a way that I would say is better than any comic book villain that we've ever seen on film ever.
Yeah. We got a perfect marriage. I was actually talking to our friend Tony, where Batman is, whether you DC or Marvel, Batman is the number one superhero. He's the number one superhero, period. Joker is the number one supervillain, period. We got a perfect movie of the two of them in there, and Heath Ledger delivered an all-time Joker performance to the point where Christian Bale is a very good actor. And people make fun of his acting in this movie just because it is nowhere on he is trying. He cannot get to the level that Heath is at. I feel like there was scenes where he probably was like, and cut. And he's going to his trailer like, God damn, that boy going. Like, I can't.
I mean, and also credit to Christian Bale because
he allowed him to speak.
You need that. I mean, some other actors probably would have tried to overdo it.
Facts.
But
no ego. You
have
to
to allow space for Heath to take up so much of that film.
And what I was going to say too, Tyler, before you go, because I misspoke when I said best acted movie. Not only is this the best singular performance in a movie, right? Every time I rewatch it, Gary Oldman, 100 miles an hour. Michael Caine, 100 miles an hour. Aaron Eckhart, the speech. We tried, like, everything the Joker did in that movie is amazing. And then Aaron at the very end, we tried to be decent men in an undecent time, and all of his, when he turns into Two-Face, the movie, like, again, that's the third act of the movie. It just takes it to a completely different place. Like, it is just Aaron, like, now it's like, I felt, you know, how we talked about it at the beginning, where it was like, Rhaenyra was like, I felt for Christian Bale, like, bruh, like, I felt for Batman, like, bruh, not only are you dealing with the Joker, now you got the guy out here flipping a coin, just killing people. What is going on? He out of his mind. He just shooting people. And they're acting. And then when you, like you said, the lore of the movie has grown because you hear so much about what's improvised. Heath Ledger, not the button not working to blow it up, and him just pretending, like, and just staying in character, and then it blows up, and it's like, bro, that's so Joker.
No, that isn't true.
That's not true. Swear to God, it's not.
Oh, yeah, I hate to break it to you. It's not true.
Why you did that? You shouldn't.
I'm sorry. I don't want this podcast to lose credibility. You gonna post that on fucking TikTok, and they gonna be like, these fucking losers. You don't even know it's not true. Yeah, it's not true. You know, somebody was like, blowing up a hospital costs so much money. Do you really think that they would not be able to?
No.
What time it correct? Yeah, no, yeah, like no. But
okay, so they was him even pushing the buttons and not collecting. Oh, okay, dope.
Yeah,
I thought, man. Well, hey, don't now. You next thing you're gonna tell me is Leo didn't bust his hand and it wasn't real blood.
No, that is 100% true. You know what is ad lib? Because I watched a video from the Asian guy who
he just told me saying
plays the one who plays the money look.
Yeah, I'm very good with numbers.
Yeah, he was on an interview and he was saying, like, so the scene when they have him whenever the Joker has him on the money, and then he sets it on fire, and then he like throws a stack of money on him.
Of money at him.
Yeah, the Asian guy was like, that wasn't in the script, and he hit me square in my face. So he was like, I'm pretty sure I was concussed, but I couldn't break.
I saw it on Twitter.
I couldn't break my
trip. Also, LOL at the fact that this nigga went to China and stole somebody to bring him back to New York City.
It's so illegal. Batman the terrorist.
That reminded me, like, not even being played. That reminded me of like Chris Tucker being in Hong Kong. Like, I'm LAPD, dude. Every time, like, as soon as I said, like, Batman, get your ass. Bro, why are you in China? Go back to New York, dude. Like, I'm here. Well, Chicago, because, you know, Christopher Nolan, they was like, what's the nastiest, grimiest city you could think of? Make it Gotham. And Christopher Nolan was like, Chicago. And I was like, okay. But yeah,
Tyler,
what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, y'all pretty much said everything, you know. To Heath Ledger's the Joker is the engine of basically the entire thing. Because, like, I mean, without him, we don't even know where this movie would be at. Like, if it was literally anyone else. Harvey Dent's fall from grace, that whole like white knight type thing.
Yeah,
and
man.
Just that still insane. But we got, you know, Gordon just exhausted as hell throughout the entire movie. Like, bro, I'm fucking, why somebody else got to be a bad guy now too? Which, I mean, you know, and I'll say like that third act is a little heavy on like the characters, but it still works because Heath Ledger's still carrying the shit out of it. But the whole like boat scene where he's like, oh, like decide like, what are you gonna do? And then
I really thought Debo was gonna blow that bitch
Debo.
up. I was blowing it up for real.
Debo.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Not funny, but this movie has so many, like, not only does it have quotables, like movies have quotables for sure. Comic book movies have quotables, but it has quotables that are so relevant all the time. Stuff happens in life where I'm like, that is a Batman quote. You either live long enough to you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain. I see that happen all the time.
Human being, bro.
All the time. Every famous person.
Especially in sports.
Bro, exactly. Like, you are the man until your ass need to retire right now, because if not, you are going to become the villain. Every single time.
The media is going to turn on you and your origin story is cooking up.
You got the stuff with the Joker when he's talking about like whenever he's with Two-Face in the hospital, and he's talking about, like, you know, if a truck full of soldiers, you know, gets blown up, like nobody bats an eye. Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm looking at your screen and I saw Kai, but like, I'm like, is that my screen? And I'm like, is there somebody behind me? I was like, for a second, I almost had a heart attack. I was like, bro, what the fuck? I almost spazzed.
In a pain.
I almost spazzed. I was like, is something moving?
You really want to know what takes you out of The Dark Knight is really, bro. I ain't say the city for Rachel Dolls, bro. Take her.
Yeah. What's that?
Don't need it. Blow the block. Set the block on fire, my boy. Set the block.
He said Joker would have had no leverage. Joker would have had no leverage on me. Talk about some Maggie Gyllenhaal. Set the block on fire.
What was like? We talk about blind spots. What was Christopher Nolan thinking with that cast? Was that a favorite? Was that a favorite of Jake? Was that a favorite of Heath? Because Heath and Jake did Brokeback.
I feel like we can probably go through every Nolan movie and name like one, like, what the fuck was this? Why'd you do this? Why'd you make this choice?
You know what hurts me the most when I watch Dark Knight at the end? When he tells him, you didn't think I'd leave it between me and you. I know I took Gotham's White Knight and I brought him down to our level. And then he drops him. And then he catches and he's like, you just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this forever.
Exactly. And then
he dies. And it's like, what was the third movie? Nolan probably cooked some shit up for that third movie. Like something like, Joker was gonna be like in the Arkham Asylum. And he was gonna be like, okay, hold on, okay, here. He was gonna be in the Arkham Asylum and gonna be like, well, you came to talk to me, huh? You need my help. Nah, man, again, like I said, so Dark Knight for us is our number one Christopher Nolan movie. I said something at the beginning of the pod. I want to know if y'all agree. Kai, go please. Do y'all think he is 21st century the best? I mean, I don't want to go the best director of all time, but for our generation, would y'all put him number one at this point?
Yeah, I don't even think it's a hot take. I mean, I would say it goes Spielberg and Scorsese.
Okay.
Quentin Tarantino was also in that.
Yeah,
Scorsese 90s kind of run. And then I would say the next big movie director is Nolan, and he's had it since the mid 2000s. There was late 2000s, I would say.
There was a point for me, and Tyler, you can answer too. I was very much like Nolan hasn't passed Tarantino yet. I think that was at the time when Tarantino had just dropped Django, and I think Nolan had dropped Inception, and after Inception to Django, and after Django for Tarantino, I think he did
be quiet.
I think he did Hateful Eight, and then he did Once Upon a Time, and Nolan has just put out bangers.
Yeah,
he's getting
I think what it is that I'm not gonna I'll sit here and say Tarantino's probably still my favorite, but it's when you're judging them based off who's the best, I mean, Nolan's put out more movies over a time span.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's to me good ones too. So
to me, that's crazy that he's putting out. When we looked at this, when we were talking about this list, you had Interstellar, Dunkirk, Tenet, Oppenheimer. Every 3 years, he puts a movie out, and he's writing these scripts. Bro, you are fucking working.
Yeah. Well, look, and also look. I mean, so I think look at the year he dropped Batman Begins to the year he dropped The Dark Knight Rises. How many years is that?
7.
7 years. How many Matt Reeves Batmans have we gotten?
That's what's crazy. Yeah.
We've gotten one Batman movie in 7 years.
Listen, not even that.
He dropped how many movies? 5? Because you got Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises,
Batman Begins,
and Inception's in there too, right?
Listen, he dropped Batman Begins, the next year Prestige, 2 years later Dark Knight, Inception, and then Dark Knight Rises. He dropped 5 movies in 7 years. 3 Batman movies. And they want me to give Matt Reeves some patience.
Yeah, fuck him.
You dropped the 8-episode TV show. But
yeah, I give credit to directors. I'm partial to directors who also write. I just am.
Yeah,
so
I mean, that makes sense.
Quentin Tarantino and Nolan are going to be 1 and 2. I also give credit to people who I feel like when it's all said and done, he might be up there. Coogler, because Coogler, what Coogler has that is all par with Nolan that he has over Quentin Tarantino is the blockbusters. Quentin Tarantino, to be fair, he was never trying to do.
I think he made blockbusters. He made 2 blockbusters, and that was the last, Django and Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, but even those are blockbusters because of him.
Yes, yeah.
He isn't taking IP
for sure.
I mean, Django is he was already a character, but he's not trying to make these big blockbuster movies. So I put that's a notch on Nolan's belt that QT doesn't have. And the only person who I feel like is coming for that spot is Coogler.
My thing too with Nolan is I'm not Tyler. I know you're much more behind the camera, like driven. When we talk about movies, you know a lot more than I do. I think Darrell, you might know a lot more than I do about behind camera. I love a lot of movies. I love a lot of directors. Nolan to me sticks out very much as if you put a movie on and didn't tell me what it was, I know his style. And where I love Ryan Coogler, I don't know Ryan Coogler's style. You know, I don't know his style. I know Tarantino's style, but I'm looking for the N word. If somebody's saying the N word, that's Tarantino. But yeah. But like Christopher Nolan, I know his style. And then when I look at this list, right, it's like not even to be funny. We got the greatest comic book movie ever made. We got the greatest space movie ever made. We got the greatest bank heist movie ever made. We got if you want to say,
I know. It's whenever he said that earlier, I was like,
what's the best heist movie? It's better than Heat, bro. It's better than Heat.
I mean,
it's the best heist movie because it's so much more than just heist. We get mad robberies, right? We stealing mad stuff. We get how many scenes we get him robbing stuff? He tried to rob Sato, right? And then he tried to rob Killian.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue with best space movies. Like I said, there's not too many out there that I like. People would probably argue 2001: A Space Odyssey, but I'm not a big fan
of that fucking movie.
I'm not a fan of movies like that.
That movie sucks.
That's not me.
And I mean, can you say okay?
I don't know.
Okay, if it's not the best heist movie, it's up there. And
fair.
Too many. There's two. Yeah. At the top, yeah. But then also, I mean, it's not my favorite, but people rank it as the best biopic. So it's like, bro, like, look, what do you have? And I'm gonna tell, and no spoilers as we come to the end of the pod. Y'all want to know what we watching this week. Tyler and Darrell are watching the Odyssey. As we have recorded this pod, I have seen the Odyssey 2 times. Odyssey is the best movie he's ever made.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Where would you put this?
It's the best movie he's ever made.
You put it at number 1.
It's the best movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Okay, to be fair, Glen is known for being dramatic.
It's the best movie I've ever seen.
Based off this conversation now,
Glen is the most dramatic person.
I told Tyler before you got on the pod, right? I was like, I love when a movie, you have low expectations of a movie and the movie is really, really good. You'd be like, damn, I did not expect that. But there's no better feeling when you have extremely high expectations for a movie and the movie exceeds those.
Yeah. That was like Sinners.
Yes. This movie is very good. It's very long. It's 3 hours long. The Odyssey. We're talking about Odyssey right now. The movie is very long. It's 3 hours. The third act is 45 minutes. It is the best third act of TV ever. It's the best third act I've ever seen. It's like it is the best payoff. It's so good, bro. It's good. It's great pacing, everything. This movie is
I haven't heard anything bad about it, honestly. It has a
Glen stop talking before you feel like
Yeah, I know, right? Glen ass is about to fuck.
First of all, I saw a tweet.
You can't spoil it. It's 2,000 years old.
Yeah, I can't spoil this book. You had 3,000 years to read the book. You had 3,000 years.
Somebody said there are some major pieces of the story.
I don't care about his story. Yeah, it is, but it's right, everything he does. He moves it so everything. And let me tell you something. Travis Scott coding this shit.
Oh God, you know what? Fair. I will hold my review until I see it. Because that was everyone was talking about fucking Elliot Page. I said fuck Elliot Page. Travis Scott in this movie,
bro.
What the fuck is he doing? What is he doing here?
Elliot Page and Travis Scott combined, they have 5 minutes of screen time.
Yeah, people were worried that. Well, people were pissed because someone said that Elliot Page was going to be Achilles, which I heard is not true.
He's not. Yeah,
it's not true.
They cut that, and in the book, that's something I loved in the book. I was so excited because I was like, "Oh my God, we're going to get to see Achilles." He's not in the book. He does not visit him in Hades.
Yeah, I might say
he's in the book.
The only time, yeah, he's like barely in the book. It's only in the book.
He only visited him in Hades. Yeah, he's not visiting him in Hades. That's not who he's talking to. Excellent.
Can I? Well, yeah. People were so pissed at that. I was like, bro, I'm not even. I haven't seen the movie. How do we know? No one ever said that
everything
he was paying.
Everything people complained about leading up to the movie, the complaints are invalid.
Of course.
You know, it's like it was just it was so out of context. Like everything they saw, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like Lupita looking like this. All out of context. All of it. It's all wrong. So it's like, bro, it's yeah, man. Go see.
You don't see, man.
Go see this movie. And listen, and what you got to do is after you watch it, you have to see it again. It's even better on the rewatch. You got to take the 6 hours, bro. You got to. You got to. You might as well go right back in. Just leave and then turn around. Funny. 60. Yeah, man. This is so that's what we watch. Right, well, y'all listen. Christopher Nolan, we salute you, man. We come to the pod, please.
2 podcasts in a row for you. 2 podcasts in a row for you.
Be a man of the people, man. Get on these pods, these lowly pods.
Christopher Nolan.
I got questions, dog. What made you? Hey, Christopher Nolan, real quick. You can tell me on the side.
Well, Nolan can come on here and say whatever the fuck he wants. Ain't nobody gonna see it. It'll be all right.
Facts. You think Maggie Gyllenhaal cute, Christopher Nolan? Tell me on the side.
And this is exactly why his ass is gonna come on this fucking pod. Stupid.
Number 1. What's your thoughts on Maggie Gyllenhaal? You think?
People, hey, get me the fuck out of here.
All right, man. Let's surf, man. Go watch the Odyssey. Go watch the Odyssey and watch it in the biggest screens you can, please. Got to loud. That bitch fire.